Welcome to our program, The Great Talk. I am Dr. Mohammad Rafiq Faruqi, Editor-in-Chief, CA Media Group. Today, we have invited Professor Suryakant Shah Sir, the Honorable President of People for India Forum, Surat. I welcome you, sir, in our program. With us is Shri Nikunj Desai sir, the convener of People for India Forum, Surat. I also welcome you, sir. We have also one more important guest, the institutional member of People for India Forum, Father Rajiv sir, SJ. Welcome to our program, sir.
Thank you.
With me is also our event coordinator, Mrs. Rukhsana Mohammad Rafiq Faruqi. Welcome, ma'am. Let us start our program, The Great Talk. Sir, मैं आपको once again दिल से वेलकम करना चाहता हूँ.
Thank you.
And sir, I am highly obliged and delighted कि आपने हमारे प्रोग्राम में पार्ट लिया. सबसे पहले सर मैं आपसे जानना चाहता हूँ कि सर आप अपनी लाइफ के बारे में और अपनी ऑर्गेनाइजेशन के बारे में कुछ हाईलाइट करिए.
I was a teacher in a college, Sir KP College of Commerce, Surat. I was teaching management and I worked there up to 39 years. I retired in the year 2001. During my tenure as a teacher, I was a president of South Gujarat College and University Teachers Association for 22 years. I was a member of Syndicate, Academic Council, Senate and other bodies of South Gujarat University. I wrote 3 or 4 books published by Granth Nirman Board, Gandhinagar. I also authored books published by Madhyamik Shiksha Board. And there is one cooperative society of teachers of South Gujarat, of which I was president for 15 years, and that has published at least 40 books, out of which I authored and co-authored 10 to 15 books. Mostly they are of management and other books. There is one publication house, Sahitya Sangam in Surat. It has published my other books other than the subject, and that is regarding my life, regarding my thoughts on old age and other things. And they have published 5 or 6 books, the Sahitya Sangam of Surat. I am still a trustee of one trust, SF Agrawal Trust, which is working for the welfare of students. So this is how I have spent my life and I am still spending. And you know, People for India Forum is our now one of the great institutes in the area South Gujarat and Surat. You might be knowing that it is a civil wing of employees union of LIC workers and general insurance workers. So as I was working with teachers union and I participated in so many agitations and activities of All India Federation, State Federation, of which I was a General Secretary, President also of State Federation. So I like to work with workers, the employees.
Right.
It is unfortunate that I have not been able to work with blue collars workers, but with white collar workers.
Right.
So I am always comfortable. Father may not be liking it because he is working with unorganized workers and many downtrodden people. So I don't know what is about his reaction, but I would like to work with at least white collar workers. And as this is a very great philosophy, I think, of all India unions of different sectors, that they have to establish civil wing of their unions, because it is a general misgiving in the society that employees unions are working for their own interest and they are not looking to the society at large. I said I was attracted to this institute because All India Workers Union of Insurance, they were considering themselves to be accountable to society at large, and that is why I have been here, and it is very much good for me that I have the chance to talk with you, and through which not me but our institute is now being introduced to the whole nation and other parts of the world.
Thank you so much, sir, for your introduction and briefing our your organization. Now I would like to request Shri Nikul sir. Sir, please आप अपने बारे में और ऑर्गेनाइजेशन के बारे में थोड़ा ब्रीफ करिए.
See, I lost my father at the age of 12, and after completing my SSC exam, I went for a college study, but that I could not continue, and because of my way of doing things, I joined Life Insurance Corporation in 1962, and at the branch at Cambay. But it was far off from my native place, so within 2 years I got myself transferred to city of Surat, and since I have been working with the trade union movement, and so far I have been able to give service to my fellow workers. I also went up to working at All India level, and 74 to 2003 I was a negotiating committee member on behalf of All India Insurance Employees Association, and after retirement in 2002, our Raipur conference of AIA decided, as Suryakant Bhai has said, the civil wing which will converge the people towards, there will be conversion between trade unions and the civil society. As a result, there are issues of downtrodden or society at large can be pursued and properly presented before the authorities.
Correct.
In that process, we started People for India Forum in 2004 July 17th. So thereafter we have worked on various matters, particularly in the month of, I think it was September or so in 2004, the entire city was inundated by heavy rains, and the help that could not reach certain pockets in the city, we organized relief work and reached them. In the process, we had help from Nausarjan, who have vast organization in different slums of the city. So with their help, we could render help to those who really needed it. And thereafter, we also honored Swami Agnivesh as well as our Asghar Ali engineer in for their having received alternate Nobel, and that function was arranged here. And at that time, Narayan Bhai Desai, who is very close to, or rather son of Mahadev Bhai Desai.
1 second sir, नो प्रॉब्लम, इसको हम एडिटिंग करेंगे. जो आपने फैसिलिटेट किया ना लोगों को, वहाँ से फिर से बोलिए, वो आगे वाला एडिट हो जाएगा.
ओके,
वो नाम आप भूल गए ना, वो मैंने बोला.
नहीं, मैं भी समझ गया. So we decided to honor Swami Agnivesh and Asghar Ali engineer for receiving alternate Nobel, and that function was here arranged in this premises only. Thereafter, we also had a monumental work, particularly in respect of floods that devastated the whole city for nearly a week. and we prepared a report for 35 pages collecting details under RTI Act from various departments of the government and prepared a report, and I am happy to say the most of the recommendations which we gave in that report are now being implemented to safeguard the city from the floods.
Thank you so much, sir. Sir, I would like to ask you कि जो आपका प्रेस्टिजियस ऑर्गेनाइजेशन है पीपल फॉर इंडिया फॉर PIF, राइट, इतनी सारी एक्टिविटीज़ होती है, तो ये एक्टिविटीज़ के जो बैकग्राउंड में अगर हम जाए तो वो सारे प्लान्स होंगे आपके, स्ट्रैटेजीज होंगे आपके. इनफैक्ट आई एम टॉकिंग अबाउट द मिशन एंड विजन. आप अपनी ऑर्गेनाइजेशन का मिशन एंड विजन हमसे थोड़ा शेयर करें.
क्या है कि अभी तक जो इंस्टीट्यूट में काम किया है वो कैसा है कि क्रॉस द ब्रिज व्हेन इट कम्स, लेकिन ऐसा क्रमशः लगता है कि कुछ ऑर्गेनाइज्ड वे से हमें काम करना चाहिए. सो जब हम मिलते हैं तो इसकी बात होती है कि वो कैसे अगले 5 साल कैसे काम करे कि जिससे हमारे समाज को हम उसका कुछ काम कर सकें. तो एक बात ये लगती है, आमतौर से हम इधर नवसर्जन के साथ ज़रा ज़्यादा परिचय में आए और अगले भी जो फादर्स थे इसके साथ भी जब बात करने के लिए बात आई तो हमको ऐसा लगता है कि हमें कुछ समाज में कुछ पॉकेट्स लेना चाहिए, क्योंकि हमारी जो साधन संपत्ति है और शक्ति भी है वो लिमिटेड है. सो वाइड रेंज पर हम काम नहीं कर सकेंगे, वो पहली बात आई. दूसरी बात ये आई कि कौन सा ले, तो हमको ऐसा लगता है कि जो एलाइट ग्रुप है, और सॉरी टू से दैट इवन दो वी बिलोंग टू एलाइट ग्रुप, but somehow we have been misled, and we have been thinking all the while that the true picture of the society should be put before these people, our people. So we have started in a very humble way with the help of Navsarjan that let us start having some talks, goshti, and let us have the elite people in that goshti, and let us put our thoughts and our worries about the society. Maybe this is my observation, I may be wrong or right, I don't know how you will take, but unorganized workers, downtrodden people are mostly led by this or that elite person. They have muscles, they are out and out to do anything, but all the while they have to be directed, they are to be put in such a situation that they go in the direct direction. This is the right direction, this is according to me. Yes. You may be thinking of right direction of in other way.
Yes, sir.
So that is why if we meet a elite group and start talking about different aspects of our social problems, many problems, but one or two. As for example, we have had a talk on dictatorship in our country, which is now taking shape in our political umbrella. So people came and contributed a lot, but we have found that they wanted to say something, but they don't come out, again because of the fear complex. Okay. So fear begets fear, and somehow somewhere we have to break it down. So maybe in a small city like Surat, maybe in a very humble way, but our vision is that let us talk and talk with these people. actually those who are activists, they go to the field and with that concept that no, this is what society is, we have to make them aware of the situation which is slowly taking shape in our society, then it will work a lot and it will contribute a lot, looking to our resources. So this is how we are thinking for the future.
श्री निकुंज देसाई सर, आपसे मैं जानना चाहता हूँ कि 2006 में जो फ्लड आया था सूरत सिटी में, ड्यूरिंग दैट पीरियड आपकी ऑर्गेनाइजेशन ने क्या कंट्रीब्यूट किया, क्या एक्टिविटीज़ हुई, उसके बारे में थोड़ा आप हाईलाइट करिए।
जब 2006 में फ्लड आया तो पूरा शहर पानी पानी हो गया था। इंडिविजुअल वी वर नॉट एबल टू मूव अबाउट, we were confined to our houses. But as soon as it was possible, some of us went to distribute the help to the people who were stranded.
Right.
Thereafter, after some time, we thought that this flood is a man-made flood. So we collected details from the authorities under RTI Act. उसको इस्तेमाल करके हमने एक रिपोर्ट बनाया. Even we submitted a letter to the collector that these are our observations. This should be done like this. We gave certain suggestions, reasons why the floods came, why it was so high. All those things were included in our report. And you will be surprised to know that 15 copies of our report were called from government, and they are now acting on certain suggestions which we have given in the report.
Right.
So that we consider our report as a monumental thing that we could do as an organization.
Absolutely correct. In fact, I was reading your brochure of the 2006 flood. There were various suggestions and reasons why did this happen. And many congratulations to your organization for doing the tremendous job for the people. Now I would like to request Father Raju S.J. to let us know how did you personally and how is your organization connected with PIF?
I'll talk about myself. I am originally from Mumbai. Number of studies which I have done, my degrees and other studies in Pune University as well as in Mumbai University. And I came to Gujarat in about 1989, and then afterwards I joined this organization called Society of Jesus. It's an organization of various men who are sannyasis. We call priests. So we remain sannyasi till we die. And then afterwards I have also done number of other studies, national and international level. I am also the visiting professor in St. Davis College in developmental social science studies. Besides my work as a social activist or social worker, or people say social entrepreneur or whatever they say, how I came across this organization. I already heard from the previous directors of Navsarjan, Father Jimmy and Father Isaac. And then when I saw the profile of various people, I really liked it. I see the process, the whole process. I do not consider there are two groups like downtrodden and non-downtrodden. Society, human beings are one. So now this particular group is talking about thought processes, thinking, which perhaps downtrodden people need because they do not have access to various education systems. So there is where the connection comes, the whatever thought process happens here, how that thought process percolates right from top to down Okay. Professor Suryakanth Shah also writes in the newspaper. Now those newspapers go to all areas, the poor areas as well as non-poor areas. So I see it as a connection. One is because we cannot separate head from the other parts of the body. All are important. Hand is important, leg is important. Now my work is that those who are manual laborers are there, unorganized sector is there, they also should start thinking about themselves, about what is happening around them, how the political processes are perhaps choking their throat, whatever you say. But we need this elite group which gives a thought process, and we all take that thought process to the downtrodden. So I am here today. I see my role here in PIF as an institutional member, how I can connect the unorganized sector or the laborer sector with the elite sector. Professor said blue collar job. How we can connect blue collar job people to the downtrodden people, and how downtrodden people can have know about the blue collar people. The reason is very simple. There is a wide gap between elite society and the downtrodden. Now my role here as an institutional member to bring this gap closer and closer, so that the elite people also know that there are human beings who are not educated. They are also having the same need what they have, what they themselves have. So as an institutional member, I am connected in such a way that to People for India Forum, Surat, that my role to bring about the synergy between two groups. Today there is a wide gap. How I can bring synergy as long as I am there. Now whatever vichar manthan, whatever the churning of thoughts, the brainstorming goes on every month with all our suggestions and feedback. Professor Suryakanth Shah makes it into Gujarati. It's a very nice. I said make it also in English so that it can be shown to other people as well, the elite people, those who are not aware of such things. Today we have to make people aware of themselves, because there seems to be a kind of a compromising kind of activities going on. सब कुछ चलता है, ये आएगा तो भी हम चलेंगे, वो आएगा तो भी हम चलेंगे. नहीं, हम किसी के गुलाम नहीं बनेंगे. तो हम हमारे विचार से अगर एक बार गुलाम बन जाएंगे तो हम कायम उनके गुलाम बन जाते. तो कम से कम हमारे विचार का स्वातंत्र्य जो हमको मिला है कुदरत से, वो हम दुनिया के हर एक कोने में कैसे ले जा सके. ये मेरा रोल मैं समझता हूँ. आई सी एज अ प्रोसेस दैट इवेंचुअली ऑल द नॉन एलिट पीपल विल बिकम एलिट, and it becomes a homogeneous society. So in that sense, I connect myself. That is the way I think the previous directors also have done. So this is what I would say myself, my space in this People for India Forum.
Thank you so much for briefing the role between the PIF and Navsurjan. Now I would like to ask Professor Suryakanth sir, हर एक ऑर्गेनाइजेशन का एक कोड ऑफ इथिक्स होता है, सेट ऑफ डिसिप्लिन्स. उस विचारधारा से वो ऑर्गेनाइजेशन अचीवमेंट्स करते हैं टाइम एंड अगेन. तो आई वुड लाइक टू आस्क कि आपकी जो ऑर्गेनाइजेशन है उसका कोड ऑफ इथिक्स क्या है?
So mostly we are bound by the employees union. So you know the ethics of any union, and that is what we have to be very much faithful to our members. their members, unions. They have given us complete freedom to do whatever we like. But at the same time, we have to realize and understand that anti-workers programs or anything which hurts the union activities should not be there. This is what negative part of our ethics. At the same time, what is after all a union? If a union of organized sector is working for its members' welfare, it doesn't mean that it is against the welfare of the unorganized workers. So we have to propagate as a civil wing that our ethic is that all the workers have to unite. So whatever our part of role is that workers should be united, and for that we have to convince people. So other thing is that we should not cross the limit of the unity of workers. As for example, you might have read before a couple of days that some DA has been increased by the Gujarat government. Some of the headlines of newspapers that it is only that the state employees are getting hungry and are in need of money and not others. So this is wrong. When these employees are having dearness allowance increment, it doesn't mean that they are opposed to have incremental rise of other workers. So our ethic is that this type of propaganda, how much we can do, we don't know, but this type of propaganda should be resisted. So mostly we are working in the circle of union activities, and whatever are the ethics of unions are our ethics, and at the same time, being a civil wing, we can have more liberty and freedom to speak out. So this is how our circumscribe or whatever it may be, we are working with.
Thank you so much. Shri Nikuin Desai sir, it was the year 2004 when your organization came into existence. Since then the journey goes on and you've been working day and night from pillar to post for the betterment of humanity. I would like to know from you, sir, why do you find your organization after 5 years? What are your future plans?
See, basically right from 2004, I have been acting as a convener. Our attempt is to create second line of justice. Because I do not know whether after 5 years I will be able to move as I am moving today. So our attempt is to create second line of leadership who will carry forward this work. And particularly in the present situation where the government is out and out to demolish public sector, we as a civil wing of All India Insurance Employees Association, not only in Surat, many centers in India, People for India forums are working. So we will supplement their agitation against IPO of LIC, denationalization of general insurance companies. And that process, I hope to get new people to work for our organization and carry forward the work which we have been doing.
Thank you. Sir, from you, I would like to know for our viewers, what are the principles of Professor Suryakant Shah sir, which energizes you, which gives you a lot of passion, ताकि लोगों को एक इंस्पिरेशन मिले? सबसे पहले तो हमें मिले और फिर फ्रॉम दिस प्लेटफॉर्म की पूरे व्यूअर्स को भी मिले. जी सर.
I think you are now entering into my some private thinking and private life also. Then I would like to mention, which I don't mention elsewhere. I think this is for the first time that I mention in public that I am having love marriage, and she is Brahmin by birth, and I am Jain by birth. So since my first day as a lecturer in college, I was all the while thinking that secularism is the only way out to have more and more beautiful world and betterment of society. So my principle is to remain secularist, and for that purpose only I have not mentioned that, because that was entering my private thinking and other things. I am vice president of Satya Sodhak Sabha also, which is working for rationalism. And Father may excuse me, that which doesn't believe in God or Khuda or Bhagwan.
Right.
So this is first step to become rationalist.
Okay.
So personally I feel that rationalism is the best way to go for better and betterment of the society and humankind. The third thing is with regard to equality. Whether I can say here or not, but all the members of my family, mostly the lady members, are self-earning. I thought from the very beginning that women should be firstly economically self-independent. If they are not self-independent, other talks are futile. Because when she has to beg even for her sari, means she has become a slave. Maybe I am very much liberal to her. So my wife was also working, my daughter-in-law is also working, both the granddaughters are working, and they have their own separate accounts and everything. So for the upliftment of women, one has to see that they become economically independent. This is what this is a question just has come from the blue from sky. So this is how I react as reflection.
All right.
So I think this is enough, and it has centered somewhat in my private life, but you could do it, so I congratulate you. Even Nikun Bhai could not do it, even though he is my fast friend, but you could do it within half an hour. Thank you very much, and I congratulate you.
श्री निकुल सर, मैं आपसे ये जानना चाहता हूँ कि आपकी ऑर्गेनाइजेशन बहुत सारे ऐसे एक्टिविटीज़ को एनकरेज करते हैं, जैसे कल्चरल एक्टिविटीज़ है या फिर ऐसी एक्टिविटीज़ जहाँ पर सोसाइटी को एक रे ऑफ होप मिले, तो वो जो एक्टिविटीज़ है स्पेशली कल्चरल, उस पर आप थोड़ा लाइट।
एज इट इज़ हम लोगों ने कल्चरल एक्टिविटीज़ में ज़्यादा कुछ काम किया नहीं है, बट कभी भी कोई भी व्यक्ति हमारे पास आएगा और कुछ कल्चरल एक्टिविटी के लिए हमारी हेल्प की ज़रूरत पड़ती है तो हम लोग उसको हेल्प करते हैं। ये हमारा अभिगम रहता है। बाकी वैसे एग्जाम्पल के तौर पे मैं बोल सकता हूँ, हम लोग गार्डन में घूमने जाते हैं, वहाँ सुविधा में कमी होती है तो उसके बारे में भी हम लेटर लिख के कॉरपोरेशन को बताते हैं कि भाई ये सुविधाएं नहीं है, आपको तात्कालिक ये सुविधाएं देनी है। ऐसे काम भी हमने किए। देन एक दफ़े ऐसे भी हुआ कि वोटर्स लिस्ट अपडेट करना था, तो उस टाइम में हमने लोगों को बताया आप जाइए और अपना वोटिंग राइट एस्टैब्लिश कीजिए। ऐसे भी काम हम लोगों ने किए हैं और इस तरह से समाज में जो भी कुछ मदद की ज़रूरत हो वहाँ हम मदद करने से पीछे नहीं।
Very nice. Now I would like to ask again Father Rajiv LJ sir कि जो आपका ऑर्गेनाइजेशन है नवसर्जन और जो PIF है, जितनी भी एक्टिविटीज़ होती है बिटवीन द टू ऑर्गेनाइजेशन, उसका कोऑर्डिनेशन और जो पब्लिक प्लेटफॉर्म है उस पर आप थोड़ी सी लाइक करें।
Navsarjan is a non-governmental organization.
करेक्ट।
People for India Forum is a CSO, that is Civil Society Organization. Registered or unregistered, that is not important, but for NGO group which are normally working in the grassroots level, we need CSOs. Because I have seen not a drawback, but I have seen a lack. जो बंदा ग्रासरूट में 24 आवर्स काम करता है, उनको थिंकिंग करने के लिए कोई दूसरा एक ऑर्गन चाहिए। हम क्या करते हैं, वहाँ से जो ग्रासरूट लेवल पे जो कुछ होता है उसको हम रिपोर्ट बना के, उसका वो पूरा समरी बना के, जैसे हम ऐसे टॉक्स होते हैं उसमें हम शेयर करते हैं। क्योंकि वॉट एवर आई स्पीक इन द CSO हियर इंडिया फोरम के मीटिंग में, उसका कनेक्शन डाउन टोडन के लोगों को होता है। सो वी नीड दिस CSOs एंड टुडे द वर्ल्ड इज ओनली पॉसिबल व्हेन वी आर collaborating all kinds of, from international organization to the national and local organization. So उन लोगों का जो रोल होता है सिविल सोसाइटी ऑर्गेनाइजेशन का रोल, कि तुमको हम ये सब बना के जो नीचे से जो निचोड़ आया है आपके सामने रखते हैं, हम आपको गाइड, आप हमको गाइड करें, आप अगर हमको गाइड करेंगे तो हम लोगों को गाइड कर सकते हैं।
करेक्ट।
ये चीज हम प्रयास करते हैं कि नवसर्जन का रोल यही रहा है कि कैसे हम इंडिया फोरम का जो थॉट प्रोसेस है जो वहाँ तक पहुँच सके, और वहाँ का जो थॉट प्रोसेस है वो इंडिया फोरम तक पहुँच सके। ये जो कोलैबोरेटिव डायमेंशन है, वो जो सिनर्जी है, वो सिनर्जी का काम वर्षों से नवसर्जन कर रहा है। नवसर्जन दूसरी एक बात करते हैं कि जो नवसर्जन में जो कुछ एक्टिविटीज होती है, रिलीफ वर्क की एक्टिविटीज है, महिलाओं की एक्टिविटीज है, बच्चों की एक्टिविटीज है, वो सब एक्टिविटी का जो इंफॉर्मेशन है वो हम उनको देते रहते हैं कि हमने आज ये किया वो किया। वो सब इंफॉर्मेशन उनको भी सोचने के लिए मजबूर करती है कि गरीबों के ऐसे भी कुछ मायने हो सकते हैं। तो हर एक हमारा जो प्रोग्राम है, हम निकुंज भाई, सूर्यकांत भाई और पूरी इंडिया के पीपल फॉर इंडिया फोरम के लोगों को हम आमंत्रित करते हैं। कुछ दिन पहले बहुत सिलसिला चल रहा है कि जो झोपड़ा है वो सब डिमोलिशन, स्लम फ्री सिटी, ये उसके अंदर में डिस्प्लेसमेंट हो रहा है। तो हम 2-3 बार एजुकेशन के बारे में, डिस्प्लेसमेंट के बारे में, हाउसिंग के बारे में, बैड हाउसिंग के बारे में जो कुछ प्रेस कॉन्फ्रेंसें रखी है, इंडिया फोरम ने हमको बहुत अच्छी तरह से सपोर्ट किया है कि वो कॉन्फ्रेंस में आए, हाजिर रहे और उनको मालूम पड़े क्या माहौल है डाउन टाउन के वहाँ पे। तो ये सब चीज़ें हैं। इसी तरह से इन दिस वे आई एम इन्वॉल्विंग देम, आई एम ट्राइंग टू इन्वॉल्व दिस CSOs इन मोस्ट ऑफ आवर वर्क्स, मे बी बाय शेयरिंग द रिपोर्ट्स, by verbally or even in writing, or even calling them for various events. Events is just a name, but under the event we call all these people and make them aware this is how our society is. Society is one, but there is also weaker section in the society. If there is a strong section in the society, there is a weaker section in the society. There is another section in the society, the public sector. So now he has said that how he is making public sector responsible. So we are requesting them, make the public sector aware and responsible, sensitize them for the sake of the downtrodden, not particularly one particular group. Fine, they are doing it, but I think they are understanding these dynamics about the society which is weaker. So our role is more of like information transformation, information dissemination with the CSOs, with the civil service organization like People for India Forum, and they are very obliging. They are somehow taking part in every aspects of Navsarjan without interfering. That's a hats off to them, and they are giving a kind of a thought. अबे इस थॉट से अगर हम जाएंगे तो उसकी असर कितने लोगों पे हो सकती है, ये सब गाइडेंस पे हम लोगों को मिलता है. इसके लिए हम वी थिंक एज अ यूनिट विच इज प्रोवाइडिंग इंफॉर्मेशन टेक्नोलॉजी इन द सेंस ऑफ थिंकिंग पैटर्न्स, एंड वी एज अ फूड सोल्जर वी आर गिविंग देम a food on the platter. You think how we can manage this food now. So that is the way I see it. Navsarjan Association.
Right. Sir, एक दो क्वेश्चन आपसे पूछूंगा. I can understand your important and other priorities, but just last two questions. One question is common for all honorable speakers, guests although. सच्ची में sir, I am not bluffing or pleasing. I have taken interview of many people throughout the journey I've been here. मैंने गांधी जी को नहीं देखा है. I don't know आप लोगों ने देखा है कि नहीं देखा है, लेकिन अपनी बात करूँ, मैंने नहीं देखा है. लेकिन जो बहुत सारे ऐसे वाइब्स होते हैं अच्छे लोगों की, तो वो हमें मिलती है. जैसे पेरेंट्स से हमें वैल्यूज मिलते हैं, सोसाइटी से कस्टम्स मिलते हैं. इसी तरह से आप लोगों की जो वैल्यूज़ है, जो आपने आपके पेरेंट्स से मिले होंगे और व्यूअर्स को भी मिलेंगे और हमें भी मिल रहे हैं. मैं ये जानना चाहता हूँ कि सर कि जो चीज़ आप लोगों को मोटिवेट करती है, आप बारी बारी इसका आंसर दे सकते हैं कि आप लोगों को इंस्पिरेशन, आप लोगों को मोटिवेशन कहाँ से मिलती है. पहले सर बताएंगे.
अभी मेरा तो ऐसा है कि करीब में 9 महीने का होगा, तो मेरे पेरेंट्स से मेरे पेरेंट्स को मेरे मौसाक बोलते हैं ना, मैटरनल अंकल्स हाउस. There I was there. So there was no maternal uncle also, but mother's uncle and mother's parents were there. So out of these three, mother's uncle was my idol. He studied at that time up to graduation. My mother's father went even to Europe and other things. So they were very much enlightened. So I have got many values from these people. And he was all the while telling me that he must exercise in the morning, one of the examples, but without any instruments. If you want to live long and want to have exercises up to your last breath, don't use any instrument. So I think I am practicing one up to this morning. I don't know about it. So discipline, my hat off. He was so a disciplined man. So I don't remember that I was late even by a couple of minutes to attend my school. He was all the while looking to the fact that I am always earlier by 5 minutes in the school and not late. So discipline that I have inculcated my this grand uncle, let us say. uh, he was very religious, so I was also very religious. But one event took place in Vapi, and as I have told you that by birth I am Jain. So the secretary of Rotary Club in Vapi, while organizing the reception of Premanand, an atheist from Kerala, he was all the while exhibiting how different gurus are cheating people, that Bhasma and other things. Then he came to a Jain saint. He was getting coconut from his head. So he was exhibiting how this coconut was getting out of the head. It is all trick. This is what he wanted to say. As he was Jain, the secretary of Rotary Club, he ordered to curtail, to close the whole program. And he saw that we are beaten by people, Jains. So Jain, they are non-violent. And they have been violent with us. So we just ran with 5 or 6 people. They all were the members of Satya Sadak Sabha. We went to GIDC of Vapi. It was in shaping of, it was not a whole development. It was on the stage of development. Some dhabai was there. So instead of having Shikhan Puri and other things of Rotary Club, we ate that rough food. And at that time I decided to change my life. So whatever has come to me as values during my life, fundamentally discipline, exercise, keeping health well, everything came from my granduncle. But the religious part, that has been thrown. My experience and suggest that even though you are getting something as sanskar from the very birth of your life, it doesn't mean that it will last up to your last breath. If something happens, and if you are with open mind, so open mind is the best culture.
Correct.
Keep your mind open. So this is what, I can't say that everything what I am now enjoying is from the sanskar during my childhood.
Correct.
It has changed a lot due to only one event. And then it has changed many things in life, and different values have come. As for example, you might be accepting it or not, but I firmly believe that whatever is done between a male and female, it should be always with the consent. Other things are nonsense. Marriage, and I am married and I am having 2 sons. Both of them are MDs. So, yet I believe that consent, the freedom of enjoying life, is the fundamental value should be our life. And when my granddaughter came to me and told me that we are having love affair, I was first to support. It is with consent. So, practiced violence, at least for last 30-40 years, they should practice non-violence. And ladies should come out. This is what I have written before a fortnight. I have seen in the afternoon that ladies are coming out in Kabul. On one side, they are beating one lady. On other side, there is a wide demonstration of ladies, the women in Kabul. I appreciate. I salute. Let them have gunfire. Let them kill 50 women at a time. I will see that Kabul and Afghanistan will be free within 6 months, which was not done by America throughout 20 years, can be done within 20 months if people are coming in the street with all non-violent methods. So freedom from bottom, not imposed, but from bottom. I have seen that 35% of girls attended this secular education in Afghanistan, and that has touched their sense of freedom. That has touched. So that is why I am insisting on secularism. The secular education, due to USA, due to Ghani, I think Ghani was a president who fled. So I am getting example one by another, that secularism and freedom and atheism, if possible. I don't know how much atheism is throughout Europe and USA. Atheism is now spreading like forest fire. But I don't know about our Asia and other countries. But this is what I am thinking of, my values. Sorry, meanwhile I have been somewhat emotional, but I could not help. Thank you. I don't think that you will ask me further because I get emotional.
Yes. I'll ask you last question, but that would be very simple. All right. To proceed, the same question I will ask both of the panelists. First, Shri Nikul sir, and then Father Raju SJ. That inspiration I was talking about. What inspired you?
જ્યાં સુધી મને લાગે વર્ગે છે એલ સ્પીકિંગ ગુજરાતી મારા માતા 100 વર્ષની ઉપર 4 મહિના સુધી જીવ્યા. એમણે અમને એક જ વસ્તુ કહ્યું, ગુણ જુઓ અવગુણ ન જુઓ. That means you see the virtue, not the otherwise. So that has inspired me to look for good in every human being.
Right.
I will support the good and deprecate the bad. That is my way of life.
Correct.
And I was always stood by the truth. I have never tolerated untruth. I have always stood up to resist untruth. That is been my way of life. And as Suryakan Bhai has said, I have always respected my better half. But for whose support I would not have been able to do the activities which I have been doing. Similarly, I have 3 daughters. All the 3 are competently doing their work, and I am proud of them, that they have allowed me to do the activities which I have been doing for nearly 5 decades. That is how I look at, and in future also I am sure they will stand by me to carry on the activity my last breath.
Great, sir. Great. How lucky I am, and the viewers at the same time, to get the invaluable information, invaluable experiences which will help us in life. Now I would like to ask the same question to Father Raju SJ to put some light on the same question.
I am a believer first, and whatever I inherited from my mother. Because when I was 1 year old, my father expired. Although he was a big shot, he was the examiner of the press, checking the currencies and all. But very early death of him has really left all of us in a shambles. Afterwards, my mother has taken the role of father and mother. Very strict person. She herself was a teacher, and then she has really taught us right from the childhood. She focused on education. She always used to tell us, I still remember, till you die, you learn things from surroundings and from God. That is one thing she said. And then another important thing is that early in the morning, 5:30, she got up and she was murmuring prayers, and by 5:30 she was asking us to simply get up and all this. Early to bed, early to rise. So that disciplined life has really become the value system of my own life. That is inside the house. Outside the house, she always focused and told us that have compassion, have affection for those who are passing by. I remember any time any beggar had come to our house, she would always make the person sit. Not outside the house, come in the house. She would give water, food and all, and once that person was satisfied, she asked the man, now you are free to go. That value of compassion and love for the others, I think that all brothers today, we are all united because of that compassion and love. And that is one thing. She always said that the world may go topsy-turvy, but you brothers and your sister, you should always remain together in love. Look how Lord has told us to remain together. Lord Jesus has told us that as you love God, you love your neighbor. And I am also telling the same thing, that you must love one another. First begin your charity, your love from your home. Then you go outside and then do the same. That is one thing. See, when I was appointed a director in St. Xavier Social Service Society, first thing she came, say, I would like to see your mission. She said, come. So she came, and first thing she said, this particular place, you are not acquired it. It has been given to you by God. And I am also telling you this, that use this place and this authority, this leadership to help the poor. That was the last thing she did. Then I said, now you make this place holy. I made her to sit in the chair. That is one incident I remember. Another incident, she told me, one day early in the morning she got up when she was at home. And then it was very cold, bitter cold. In Pune became very cold, like Kashmir. And she saw one man going and very much shivering. She was going early in the morning, like as usual, for prayer. She used to get up very early, as usual, going for prayer. And she saw the man. She was simply wonderstruck. She took her shawl, because she was having sweater, and covered him, and then the man went. She said, you sit here, when you feel little warm and you go. Shawl was pretty heavy. After coming from there, we were just already up, and then she was very quiet. Then I asked, what happened? Today you are very quiet. She said, nothing, just like that. I said, no, something must have happened. She said, no, today what I saw, and I could not believe. I remember my own grandfather. I said, what? No, I saw one man, and then he was shivering. I saw something. I simply gave my shawl. And then she said, all 3-4 brothers were there. My wish is that you have one organization where elderly people can be taken care. Rightly so, my brother has already formed an organization. He is helping many elderly people, and then perhaps God wishes that her dreams come true. So that was the person I came across. As a human person, very loving, very affectionate. I remember she has never opposed openly or given bad words. I never remember that, or raised her voice towards anybody, but by itself she was like a social activist, and people would get scared, even the authorities would get scared, because she never spoke about violence, but she fought for the rights of those who were around her, normal, and that is what she taught us. These are the things, compassion and love. Ultimately, everything is what I learned from her, the basic value that everything emerges from love and everything is merging in love. We call it non-violence, we call it compassion, we call it anything. Because as long as we have humanity, there is love. The moment we stop loving, there is no humanity, there is no love for nature, there is no love for environment, and there is no love for anything. So that is the basic value which I have learned from my mom. She was my teacher, she was my mentor, she was my father, and she was everything for me and for my brothers. That's what I would like to say. First time I am sharing about my personal life. I don't like to share it. Anyways.
All right.
So thank you so much for that.
Most welcome. This is actually the truth comes out. When we do plenty of work for the sake of humanity, for the sake of God, or whatever the truth comes out automatically.
You are really a pursuer. You can pursue up to the bottom of our heart,
Yes.
and that is we are meeting for the first time,
Yes.
and you could do it within half an or 1 hour. So I congratulate you. I appreciate your abilities to get people involved. What you wanted to get out of us, and you could.
The last question to all of the honorable speakers: what is the message for peace and prosperity? What is the message? Simply, you could share
I
the
think
message.
one of us, Professor Shah, will give on behalf of all. That will be better. Isn't it?
Can we all each one?
If I will just request a professor, sir, so I'll get 1 apple. If I'll ask everyone, I'll get 3 apples. Right, sir?
તમારે પણ કહેવાનું
हाँ, समझे?
Please.
Yes, sir. First, I'll begin with you, sir.
Peace and prosperity are inevitable for humankind. Firstly, if there is a message to be sent to the society at large, I think we have to worry much about our pollution and other things. While referring to Hawkins, one can very well predict that within 1 century or 2, we all will be perished. The way in which we are exploiting the earth, there is no fun in talking about peace and prosperity when we will not be in existence. So if I have to, because you are asking everybody of us, I have to say anything about it, that we have to look after nature, and we have to see that we don't exploit our earth more than what it can give us. So this is for one thing. Even peace and prosperity are inevitable for humankind. But for peace and prosperity, the existence of human life and other species is a fundamental condition.
Absolutely.
So Hawkins, even after his death, he is being proved true, as black holes now being proved, and he could not prove scientifically. Now it is being proved. He was all the while expecting Nobel Prize for finding out black holes,
Correct.
but he could not prove.
Correct.
Now it has been proved. So as one and other things have now been realized that Hawkins was telling something, a truth, we have to be very much careful about the earth and its exploitation. Second thing, that as from my talks, viewers also might have found out, the secularism is the first and foremost condition for peace and prosperity. Brotherhood or sisterhood, everything will depend upon secularism. If I to take you as Muslim or Hindu or Parsi, I don't think I am meeting a man. So secularism is first and foremost condition for peace and prosperity. it is not now happening in our country, and I am sorry to say that non-secular forces are in command, so that will injure our interests as humankind. And third thing is, as Father said, that love is a condition. So this is what, for peace and prosperity, these fundamental three things according to me are required.
Thank you so much, sir. The same question goes to Shri Nikunj, sir.
See, while fully agreeing with Professor Shah, I would only say in 2 words: love thyself, love thy neighbor, and love the earth.
All right, sir. Thank you so much.
I would say that be observant, be sensitive towards, as you are sensitive towards self, sensitive towards others, and sensitive towards the whole nature, and you realize the unfathomable graces and unfathomable upkar is, upkar is a very good word. This nature is doing to us, that others are doing to us, not to take them for granted. Then we will realize how peace is important. The moment we start taking them for granted, we start exploiting them, there is a non-peace situation. There is a situation of violence. So being more sensitive towards, as we are sensitive to ourselves, being sensitive towards the other and toward the nature. All today, chaos is there all across the world. It is just because we are becoming so much insensitive and greedy. Let us stop becoming greedy and insensitive, but give way towards sensitivity which is within us. So that is the message I would like to give. That would bring peace and prosperity. We cannot have peace and prosperity unless we are sensitive towards our neighbor. We cannot have peace and prosperity unless we are sensitive towards the nature. We are sensitive towards animals, we are sensitive towards plants, we are sensitive towards everything what is around us, given freely by the nature. Becoming sensitive, it also means that to accept them our own companions on our journey. St. Francis Assisi would say, Sister Moon and Brother Stars and all this, these are the experience of great saints, because they were expecting and they were also accepting them as other brothers and sisters. Nothing but being sensitive towards the nature, which will bring peace and prosperity, according to me.
थैंक यू सो मच. इसी के साथ हमारा जो ये प्रोग्राम है द ग्रेट टॉक हम कंप्लीट करते हैं. उम्मीद करते हैं कि आने वाले टाइम में इसी तरह से हम इंटरेक्शन करेंगे. पीपल फॉर इंडिया फोरम के जो ऑनरेबल प्रेसिडेंट है प्रोफेसर सूर्यकांत शाह सर, द कन्वीनियर श्री निकुंज देसाई एंड इंस्टीट्यूशनल मेंबर फादर राजीव सर, आप लोगों ने इम्पोर्टेंट टाइम हमारे लिए निकाला, व्यूअर्स के लिए निकाला, उसके लिए मैं हाईली ग्रेटफुल हूँ वंस अगेन. और इस प्रोग्राम के आज के इस कॉन्वर्सेशन के माध्यम से हमारे फ्यूचर में एक प्रोग्राम का हमने थॉट प्रोसेस जनरेट कर लिया. जैसे सर ने सही कहा कि सेक्युलरिज्म फॉर पीस एंड प्रॉस्पेरिटी, एंड विद योर परमिशन इन फ्यूचर हम इसको इम्प्लीमेंट करेंगे. हम एक स्पेशल सेमिनार और एक कॉन्फ्रेंस रखेंगे जिसका मोटो यही होगा, सेक्युलरिज्म फॉर पीस एंड प्रॉस्पेरिटी. एनीवेज, थैंक यू सो मच once again for joining our program. Thank you so much.